This is a how-to video on measuring adoption using ADIO's change management methodology. Adoption metrics are very different from readiness metrics because you're measuring whether people are using the processes and systems as intended post a go live versus the readiness metrics. Are they ready for the changes that are coming to them? Adoption metrics are co-owned by somebody who is typically resolving issues and supporting end users after go live. So it's very important to keep your adoption metrics to only the must-haves, only the most critical ones. Now here on this page you can see some adoption metrics examples, and they're everything from a stop activity like not doing any manual journal entries. If the system is set up to prevent it, you don't have to measure it. If it's a behavior change, you should measure it to see that people have stopped doing what they're supposed to have stopped. There's also things like an average time to set up a new supplier or customer, particularly if it's been a significant change to that process. You might want to measure that. If you have new approval processes, it's a good idea to measure the average time for those approvers to be approving something. If not, you could have a bottleneck in your system and nobody even knows about it unless you see that people are approving in a timely manner. And there's a couple on here about help desk tickets and escalations. Those ones, we're actually not going for a target metric on that one. You can see that it's not applicable because we actually do want people to open tickets and to escalate issues. What we're using those adoption metrics for is to find themes to do reinforcement training. All the other metrics here have a target metric of what are we trying to get to. If you look on the second line, the number of receivables processed each month, that's a target metric based on what was happening in the legacy system, so that you know that people are actually processing receivables in the system at a similar rate as to what was happening before the go live. For the frequency column, it could change over time. This is how you're starting. So you're starting with daily or weekly or monthly, and you can change it over time. For the owner column, that is who is going to pull this report, whether it's a help desk ticket report or the average time to set up a new suppliers out of the new system. That's who's going to pull the reports and analyze them for issues. The preparation status column is identifying whether Fred is ready to pull the manual journal entries less than $10,000 on a weekly basis and do the analysis, and that readiness is prior to go live. Some of these other ones haven't been started or are just in progress. And that wraps up this how-to guide created by ADIO's Change Management Community of Practice for you.